Strobe Studios presents Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger in The Watson Files. Coming to you from the illustrious Strobe Studios in the heart of America, this is Craig Dahlen. Contact the experts at Strobe Studios if you've been thinking about doing some advertising, but are concerned about the costs of recording. You'll be pleasantly surprised with a low-cost, high-quality product that will get your company's name out there. And for anyone interested in creating a website, don't forget about the discounts available at GoDaddy.com for all Watson Files listeners. Simply use the code POD198 for 10% off hosting accounts. Get the details on this and other discounts at thewatsonfiles.com. And now, let's join the doctor and see what story he has for us today.
Come in.
Good evening, Doctor.
Mr. Dahlen, good to see you.
And you as well. It sure is warm out there today.
Yes, I know. I've been doing my best to stay indoors, although I did venture out to the fairgrounds the other day.
Ah, yes, the state fair. Always a good time.
It certainly is. I find that you can learn a lot about people just by watching them. And there are plenty of people to watch at the fair.
And plenty of unusual people, for that matter.
Yes. Well, I found that most people are unusual in one way or another.
I suppose that's true.
Especially most of the criminals that we investigate.
Yes, you have told us about some odd crimes over the past few months. A man who had his son pose as a headless ghost. A thief who mailed a painting to himself. A woman who was killed by magnesium in her wetsuit. And a math professor involved in organized crime.
You have a good memory.
Well, they were all very interesting stories. Which is why I assume that there is more to tonight's story than just a missing teddy bear.
Ah, yes. Well, you're right about that. But we'll get to that in a little bit. I'd like to begin tonight's story at a party.
A party?
Yes. It was for Officer Weathers, celebrating his 20th year on the police force. Everyone was there. Holmes and I, the mayor, the chief of police. It was a wonderful party. We were chatting with Weathers when the governor began a conversation not unlike the one you and I were just having. That was when Weathers told us about a recent robbery that Holmes found particularly interesting.
So you made it 20 years without losing too much of your sanity?
Yes, no thanks to you, Holmes.
As a medical professional, I feel confident in saying that spending time with Holmes is a surefire cure for anyone afflicted with sanity.
Yeah, but I suppose he's not all bad. There are many cases that would have gone unsolved without his assistance, no matter how unusual that assistance may be at times.
Yes, well, I do what I can.
Congratulations, Max. Thank you, Governor. Excuse me, gentlemen, I don't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to say a few words to him before I have to go.
Not a problem. We were just discussing the sanity of Spencer here.
Ah, well, on that topic, I will have to say no comment.
I believe that no comment is a comment in itself, is it not?
Yes, I suppose it is. So, Max, 20 years. Are you bored with police work yet? Well, it can be a bit repetitious sometimes, but there are enough crazies out there to keep things interesting.
Yes. Luckily, we have one of our own to help catch them.
As the Roman philosopher Seneca wrote, there is no great genius without some touch of madness.
Yes, well, no man is sane who does not know how to be insane on proper occasions.
Ah, Henry Ward Beecher.
Very good, Doctor. You know, speaking of crazy criminals, just last week there was an unusual string of robberies here in town. How so? Well, we got a call from a man who said he found this door had been forced open and was afraid someone might be in the house. We sent over a couple of officers and they checked the building. They found no one, but it was clear the place had been ransacked. Sounds like a typical robbery. What was so unusual? After a thorough search, the only thing they could find missing was the son's teddy bear.
A teddy bear?
Yes. I see. That is unusual. And if that wasn't strange enough, we had 3 more calls that week with the same result. Only thing missing was stuffed animals.
Clearly the work of an unbalanced individual.
I'm not so sure about that.
What are you talking about, Holmes?
First thing in the morning, we're going to look into these robberies.
Holmes, I still don't see why you're interested in this case.
Think about it, Watson. You break into a house, you can take anything you want. A TV, stereo, maybe some artwork. But instead you steal only a child's teddy bear. Why?
Maybe because I'm crazy?
Perhaps. Or there's something about that bear that makes it valuable.
What, you think it's made out of gold or something? I'm pretty sure Weathers would have mentioned that.
Can I help you?
Are you Joe Dawson?
Yes.
My name is Spencer Holmes, and this is my associate, Dr. Jack Watson. We're consulting with the police, and I was wondering if we could ask you a few questions about the robbery.
Sure, but they didn't really take anything.
They took Red, Daddy.
Yeah, they took my son's teddy bear, but that's it.
Red?
That's what he called it.
Because his eyes were red.
Yes, they were very shiny. They looked like they might be glass or something. That's what attracted me to it in the first place.
What's going on, honey?
These gentlemen are with the police. Holmes and,
Watson. Jack Watson.
Yes. They're looking into the robbery, but I already told them that they didn't take anything except Red.
And our sense of security.
And where did you get the bear?
I just bought it a couple months ago at an auction.
An auction?
Yeah, the estate auction for...
Michael Mallory.
Ah, yes, that's right. I remember hearing about that.
Michael Mallory.
They had a whole box of stuffed animals. I bought one for my son as a birthday present.
I'm 4.
Any idea why someone would break into your house to steal the bear?
I haven't got a clue. Seems crazy to me.
See, I told you, Holmes.
Actually, Watson, this is starting to make more and more sense to me. Thank you for your time, Mr. Dawson. Let's go, Watson. I think I know who's behind these crimes. Weathers, did you get the search warrant?
You'd better be right about this, Holmes. I had to pull some strings to convince the judge.
Don't worry.
Mr. Lewis, it's the police. Open up.
Maybe he's not home.
He's going out the window. Hold it right there. I think I might need a doctor. Well, lucky for you, we brought one along.
What did you think would happen when you jumped through a window?
Broken glass can be quite sharp, you know.
He's losing a lot of blood. I think you'd better call for an ambulance.
Dispatch, this is 386. I need an ambulance at 720 Maple.
Copy that. 386, ambulance to 720 West Maple.
No, wait, this is 620, not 720. I know. That'll get him a block away. If you'd like me to make the correction, you're gonna have to tell me where the animals are. What animals?
The stuffed animals full of gemstones that you stole.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we already got a warrant. I just don't want to waste my Saturday tearing your house apart. But I guess we can leave you here to bleed while I get started if you'd prefer. Now, wait! They're under the floorboards in the northwest corner of the dining room. Thank you. Now, was that so hard? Now, please, let the ambulance know where I am. I got a better idea. We'll just meet them down the street. What? But the doctor said...
You'll be fine. You might need a few stitches, but it's nothing life-threatening. You just got the wind knocked out of you in a few cuts.
Come on, let's go. I trust you two can handle recovering the gemstones.
Of course. Looks like the dining room is through here.
Yes. And this should be the northwest corner.
And what do you know? There's a loose board.
Jackpot!
What did I tell you, Watson?
You were right, Holmes. How did you know Mr. Lewis had them?
Well, when the boy commented on the bear's red eyes, I recalled that there was a robbery at Lawrence Jewelry a few months back, and Mr. Mallory wasn't exactly an upstanding member of the community, so he could have easily been involved with the theft. I figured the red eyes were probably rubies.
I see. And Mr. Lewis here was an associate of his?
Correct.
But if he knew about the stones, Why didn't he just buy the box of animals at the auction?
A very valid question, Watson, and that's how I knew it was him. You see, Mr. Lewis was just released from prison last week.
So he wasn't able to go to the auction.
Precisely.
Well, Holmes, you've done it again.
Yes, although we do need to stop taking cases that we're not getting paid for.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Curiosity does get the better of us sometimes, doesn't it?
Indeed.
So, the toys were just a clever place to hide stolen gemstones.
Yes, they certainly were.
Which explains why the bear's eyes were so shiny.
Indeed. Unfortunately, the boy was not able to keep the bear's unique eyes, seeing as how they were stolen goods.
Yes, well, I'm sure as he gets older, he'll understand.
I'm sure he will. And he will have an exciting story to tell as well.
So, next week is Labor Day, and I believe we're taking the week off, but in 2 weeks, will we be discussing another apparently insane criminal?
No, not this time. Next week's story is all about simplicity, and not overthinking things.
Ah, I see.
This particular adventure revolves around Holmes's experience while on vacation in Paris.
Ah, with the French.
Yes, precisely.
Sounds exciting. I can't wait. Tonight's Watson Files adventure was written by Scott Strosahl. Spencer Holmes and Dr. Watson were played by Michael Helgen and Greg Kilberger. Additional voices were performed by Steve Rimpici. This is Craig Dahlen saying good night from Strobe Studios.
Thanks so much for listening.